Hello, everybody. This is Hobbs, and welcome to Wild Eye Wednesday. This might get released slightly earlier than Wednesday. I'm going to try to get it out right at Wednesday, but I'm trying to be ahead of schedule because I got a lot of videos to make. So, anyhow, we are going to be reviewing a Wild Eye releasing from 2020. This is called Human Zoo. Escape is not an option. Starring Robert Carradine, Jose Rosette, Rachel Amanda Bryant, and get a good look at it here. Digging the cover art. As you can see there, I don't believe it has the blue treatment on it. And I do want to thank Wild Eye Releasing for sending me this copy to review for you guys. Their links, of course, will always be in the bottom. So let me get into this film, and I want to start off by saying there's going to be a slight spoiler on this because there has been so many bad reviews on this movie. I do know that a lot of those are in IMDb. I do know that Horror Freak 85, I don't believe you were too keen on it. Not saying your review was bad, my friend. I agree with a lot of what you're saying on the film. But I have to say, you have to look at why this film was made the way that it was. So let's get right into it here. So you have a game show hosted by Robert Carradine where he is going to offer $1 million to the person that can stay contained inside of a small space the longest. The only thing that they're provided is a food of like some grains of rice, and also I believe the only other thing they get is oatmeal and then water. And then they get a small bucket to do their business in as well. And it's like a live game show, and it's a live feed that people watch. Everybody try to make it through all of this. And every single day they're being given food and water, and that is literally all that they have. And there's contestants that come into this. They hand select about 10 to 15 contestants to do the game. A lot of people are on there to make money for their families. Some people are on there because they're homeless. Other people are on there because they just want to show off. So you have a whole bunch of different characters that are going to play this game. This reality TV show that's broadcasted on the internet. So, plot thickens. They get their contestants. They start to play and everything. And there is a way that you can opt out of the game if you choose to. If you opt out of the game, then you can let them know. So, about a week goes by and people are starting to get upset. So they start to try to opt out of the game. They're saying, okay, you're filming me. I'm going to put my X up and I'm going to stop. I want you to take me out of the game. Well, as you can already figure, nobody's listening. So the people that are trying to opt out of staying in the confined space are not being allowed to get out. And no one's responding to them other than to give them food and water. So basically what you're seeing the entire film is a live feed of multiple people inside of a confined space of about the size of like a small bedroom, a very, very small bedroom, almost a small bathroom size space. And they have to try to survive. And that's basically what it is. Now, you have to think about this because I didn't know this. I absolutely hated, the last 45 minutes to an hour of this movie. The first 15 to 20 minutes, I was all about it. Of course, I love Robert Carradine. Robert Carradine is from The Revenge of the Nerds. He's the man. However, it got really repetitive watching every character just go through the motions of being upset. You see, and they're filming all of this, right? So there's going to be a camera available in each room to watch each individual person that's being locked up, right? In confinement. You have one girl that's throwing feces at the camera. You have one guy that's getting himself off because they're just not letting these people leave. They're just not letting him out. So eventually, towards the end of the film, I'm not going to give away any spoilers, but it starts to get worse, and the contestants really start to rampage. And I'm going to say this right now: the ending was horrible. Horrible ending. I'm not going to say why or what happened. I do like some aspects of what I learned about the film. Okay. Now, the cons, way too long for what they were doing. Too many shots of multiple people doing the same thing, just sitting there inside the room. Too many characters, in my opinion. Too many situations. I mean, I think they even lost a few characters. But it is what it is. But you got to think about what this film is about. And I don't think anybody, unless you read IMDb, truly knew about this. This film has nothing to do with monsters. It has nothing to do with characters. It has to do with how animals are treated in zoos. And how animals are treated unfairly in confined spaces. I did not get that concept until this. That's a slight spoiler. However, you should know that going into the film before you end the film. Because if you don't know that going into the film, and you don't realize that, that makes the film kind of worse. But if you know that ahead of time, this movie is about how animals are mistreated and how they're just put into confined spaces and they're only given food or water and they cannot leave those spaces. And they basically treat these people just like the animals get treated at certain zoos. Now, again, I'm not saying zoos are bad. I'm not saying they're good either. But there are places that treat animals very, very detrimentally. There are certain places I will not shop at because of the mistreatment of animals that I've heard. Again, to each their own. But this film is trying to depict how animals are treated and mistreated. And I think that concept alone, had I known that going into this film, would have completely changed my outlook on it. So with that, I'm going to give this film a watch. I mean, I would say check it out for that aspect alone, but check it out knowing that that's why they're doing this film. It has nothing to do with the contests. It's not like a plot that's going to be scary or ending or anything like that. It's to show the depiction of how animals are treated. And I'm sorry if that's a spoiler alert, but I didn't give away the ending still. But I highly recommend going out and checking out Human Zoo. It is fun. Do I recommend it to everybody? I don't. But if you like, situations like this and you're trying to learn a little bit about how animals are mistreated and how we can help, watch this film and it'll give you a different perspective because we really need to treat our animals better, and I think this helps give a better understanding. So with that being said, again, I want to thank Wildlife for sending me this. This was okay. It's not a great movie, but it's okay. A lot of interesting facts on how they made the movie too that come on this feature as well. However, go check it out, guys. I do appreciate your time. Thanks for sticking with me here today on this review. Hope you guys have a great rest of your week. It is Wild Eye Wednesday. Take care. Peace.